Hello everyone, my name is Marissa Strauss and this is my video discussion board for the first week of our Psych 525 class. I chose to focus on the third prompt for this week's discussion. That prompt asks, from a biblical perspective, why should a person consider studying developmental psychology? To start off, I think it's important to sort of talk about what developmental psychology really is. According to our textbook, Theories of Developmental Psychology by Patricia H. Miller, developmental psychology is this concept and idea of studying and understanding the motivating factors of learning and the change that follows an individual throughout their lifetime. Miller also notes that developmental theorists try to make sense out of the various observations that they find. She used, for example, a child has a crayon box and initially there's a candle in the crayon box, and then from then on they always think that there's a candle in the crayon box. Just those various observations that people make, they sort of construct a story of the human journey that starts from infancy and moves through childhood and then on into adulthood. The living word also provides insight about how important the initial development in a person's life is. For example, Proverbs 22, verse 6 seems to hit the nail on the head when it says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it." This verse implies that this initial development of an individual really sets the stage for the behaviors and actions that follow a person for the rest of their life. As Christians, I believe that we are called in a way to understand these various developmental processes and incorporate a biblical perspective and application of Christ's love into each of these processes and theories that we will soon learn about. And some people might say that, I don't really have a huge role with development. It's not necessarily a topic that they have a chance to encounter every day. But I think that we sort of have a connection to development throughout our lives in the various roles that we may find ourselves filling. For example, if you have a teaching role or leading in the various work positions that you may have at your job, or even in a more personal level, various venues such as parenthood or even family mentorship, like being a good older brother or sister, are just everyday examples of how development can touch some part of everybody's life. And I believe that as Christians, it's really important to blend these two worlds of development and human behavior with a biblical perspective and just simply incorporate Christ's love into everything that we do. And Proverbs really seems to support that this is the initial development in somebody's life is crucial to set the stage from a biblical perspective for behavior later in life. And that concludes my presentation. These are my references. I used our textbook as well as the English Standard Version of the Bible.